So, Vanakkam and Namaste viewers. Today we have Shantanu Gupta ji again on our show. Shantanu ji, welcome to our podcast.
Namaste. Namaste, Kiran.
So, hope you are doing well. Also, Uttar Pradesh is on its festive mode, and whole Bharat is going to celebrate Kumbh Mela in very few days. So, basically, ordinary man to understand. So, can you explain the basic idea of Kumbh? What is the Kumbh Mela?
Yeah, so welcome to everyone watching your channel. Namaste to everyone. Namaskar, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna to everyone. So this is a very auspicious month on two counts. First of all is the first year anniversary of the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha, right? And the Temple Samiti is celebrating on 11th of January, not on 22nd January, because 11th of January is the exact nakshatra date. Dwadashi was there. And from 13th January, the Maha Kumbh is starting in Prayag, right? So, and also recently, last almost 2 weeks back, I got the golden opportunity to meet Yogi Adityanath ji with family this time, with my two little kids and my wife, and presented my new book. And the book is titled Masterclass with Yogi Adityanath on Kumbh, right? So, whatever knowledge I earned from him, his team, I presented in form of a class that Yogi Adityanath is teaching for the children. So, I will try to take your class with you now and to explain Kumbh to everyone, right? See, the word Kumbh, Kiran, means a matka, right? A pot, a earthen pot, right? So, someone may ask, is Kumbh Mela about a place where a lot of matkas are being sold? No. So, Kumbh Mela is a very traditional, ancient gathering in Sanatani tradition, and it's so beautiful that, see, modern times we have all social media, invitation, newspaper, but hundreds and hundreds of years ago, sadhus, saints, akhadas, sannyasis, grahast used to come without any invitation to Prayag and to all other three places where Kumbh happens, and it happens with a very precise position of stars. So you can imagine how advanced the sense of astronomy, not only among sadhus, among normal people in India, because they knew when the 6 month Kumbh is coming, when the 12th month Kumbh is coming, when it's coming in different four places. So right, so that's Kumbh Mela. Yeah.
Is there any specific place for the Kumbh to happen, or
Yeah.
Kumbh can happen at any place?
Mhm. So I think just let me take your viewer to the Puranic story of Kumbh, right? Why Kumbh started? It started with in fact, we all know the concept of Dashavataram of Bhagavan Vishnu. It started with Matsya Avatar, then to Kurma Avatar, then to Vara Avatar, then to Narsimha Avatar, then to Vamana Avatar, then Parashurama, Ramakrishna, Buddha, and we are waiting for Kalki, which will happen in Sambal, which is famous for all the wrong and right reasons from last couple of months. This story of Kumbh is about the second avatar, the Kumbh avatar of Vishnu. So what happened? We all know about Rishi Durvasa, right? So Rishi Durvasa gave a very nice garland to Indradev. Indradev was the king of the Devalok. He gave a very nice garland of flowers to Indradev. Indradev put it to his elephant. His Vahana, his Savari, his vehicle was elephant. His name was Airavat. So he put it on Airavat's head. Airavat did not, the smell of the flowers was too much for him, right? So what he took it from his trunk and put it on the ground. When Durvasa Rishi saw it, he got very angry. He said, I gave it to Indra, and he kind of threw it. He gave a curse to Indra, not only to Indra, but to the whole Devaloka, that you will be in poverty and all the Vaibhav will go away from you, right? So, okay, so then Airavat went, even the Lakshmi Devi went from who was with Vishnuji. All of a sudden, it was a very the very Vaibhav Loka of Devaloka is become very dilapidated, right? And their miseries did not stop there. Asuras saw the chance. Oh my God, this is a very good chance, and they attacked. So they further destroyed Devas. So Devas ran to Vishnuji again that what should we do, right? And then Vishnuji suggested that you should do the manthan of Kshirosagar, right? For manthan, what do you need? When we do the churning of the curd at home, we need one churning stick, we need a base, and we needed one rope, right, to churn the stick, because now it's a big thing, right? It's a huge Kshirosagar. And he suggested from the Kshirosagar many things will come, and Amrit will also come, right? And that if you drink that Amrit, finally you will retain and regain your glory. So I said, okay, how will we do it? Okay, so the Mandar Parvat will came as the churning stick, the whole Mandar Parvat, and the Vasuki Nag of Shiva, he lended it to do the churning, but someone should hold the base, right? And then Vishnuji, which is the toughest job. So Vishnuji took the Kurma avatar, and the Kurma, the turtle, became the base, and then you needed two very strong parties. So Devas are there, so they co-opted Asuras also. It's okay, you can also try, you may also get Amrit. So they kind of lured them with the outcomes of churning of the ocean, and they started churning it, right? And from churning, multiple things came. And let me go back to my book because it's so detailed. I don't want to miss any of the thing. In fact, the first thing which came was very, very tricky, right? The first thing was halal, the very poisonous poison, right? And it had created the havoc in the universe. No one knew what to do. Devas were like away and Asuras were away. You know who came to the rescue?
Shiva consumed that.
Shiva came to the rescue. Shiva came to the rescue. He drank all the halal, and then Parvati came to the rescue of Shiva, so that he can stop it on the throat, and his throat became blue, and that's why we call Shiva Neelakantha. That's why. So there's a quiz also going on. Huh? So that's why Shiva is called Neelakantha. Okay, so halal is gone, and then started coming the other splendors. We call them Ratnas. So Lakshmi Devi came. Okay, she united again with Vishnuji, and finally the wealth started coming. Other Apsaras also came. Ramba came, Menka came, Punishatala came, and they married or got their companions in Gandharvas. And then came Varuni. Varuni is the goddess of Sura, the wine, and obviously Asuras took it. That's also an indication in Puranas that wine is for Asuras. So the people who drink wine, it seems they are from Asura tendency. And then came divine animals, Kamadhenu. Remember, we call a lot of cow related schemes of government are called Kamadhenu. In fact, the UP government cow scheme is called Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu came, Surbi came, then came Eravat elephant, the elephant of Indra, which went away, Eravat, which came back, and the 7-horse chariot also came. Okay, so a lot of these came. Chandra, which went away, it came back, and Shiva adorned the Chandra on his head. That's why we see a Chandra also on Shiva's head. Okay. And the Parijat flower came, which is called Raat Ki Rani. Parijat flower came, which is a very, very auspicious flower used in pujas. And then came Vishnu's Sharanga bow. Sharanga bow is used by Vishnu's multiple avatars. Krishna used it, Rama used it, Parashurama used it, right? And a very important conch came, Panchajanya conch. Remember during Mahabharata when Krishna did the Uday Ghosh of the whole war, he did with the Panchajanya conch, the Shankh. And
so that's the name of the Sang's Hindi magazine.
That's the name of the Sang's Hindi magazine also, Panchajanya. So these names are not random names. They came from a very meticulous process and deep meaning, and many of such meanings are, Kiran, connected to the Kumbh, to the Samudra Manthan. That's why I'm mentioning each and every detail, right? Okay, so the Panchajanya came, and now you must be wondering, okay, so many things came. What about the Amrit, right? And then came Dhanvantari. Remember, Dhanvantari is the guru of Ayurveda. In fact, Narendra Modi started putting the logo of Dhanvantari in the Ayush department, right? Because otherwise, see, we are a very secular country. We were all escaping from Dhanvantaris and Patanjalis, right? Modi said, no, nothing doing. Our all symbols will be, I will take my symbols with pride. So currently, if we see the Ayush logo, you'll find Dhanvantari there, right? So Rishi Dhanvantari came, and Rishi Dhanvantari is the god of Ayurveda. He's the teacher of Ayurveda, and he brought Amrit Kalash with him, right? But it was not so easy still. As soon as the Amrit Kalash came, the Asuras grabbed it, right? Asuras grabbed it, and there was a huge thing happening. Then somehow Vishnu came in Mohini avatar, a beautiful woman, and kind of lured the Asuras, took the pot back. But again, one Asura, Rahu Ketu, kind of disguised as Devata and started drinking, almost gulped one, and then Vishnuji's chakra came and he cut the throat of, body went away, head went away, and those are the Rahu Ketus of today. that we do in our panchangs, right? And while all this tussle was happening and the devatas was taking the spot away, this nectar fell at 4 places. This is a very important thing, that this nectar, this amrit,
Okay.
fell at 4 places. I'll start from the north: Haridwar, which is in today's Uttarakhand; Prayagraj, which is in today's Uttar Pradesh; Ujjain, which is in today's Madhya Pradesh; Nasik, or Trambak we call it, Trambakesh, which is in today's Maharashtra. In all these places, they fell in the important river in that place, not on the
Hmm.
floor, right? Not on the earth. So in Haridwar, it fell in Ganga. In Prayag, it fell in the Sangam of 3 rivers, Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, right? In Ujjain, it fell in Shipra Nadi. In Nasik, it fell in Godavari. And that's why the Kumbh is celebrated in these 4 places. And the dip is very important, because dip in the river is very important. And you have a lot of Shahi Snans, because the Amrit fell in the river in these 4 places. So this is the long story why Kumbh is celebrated and why in these 4 places and why the dip is being taken during the
So
Kumbh.
that's why to take a dip in rivers during Kumbh is so
It's so
punya.
auspicious. So auspicious.
Yes.
They consider it like it's equivalent to multiple years of tapa. That's why even sadhus come. Sadhus wait for it. Like we are sansarics. Even sadhus who do a lot of tapasya, they also wait to cancel their karmas and to come to whichever kumbh possible. The
Okay.
6 years kumbh or the 12 years. That's why it's so auspicious. And I can't emphasize enough. Anybody who is watching this podcast, do come to Priyag Kumbh. Maybe towards the end, I can also tell you the logistics also. But I'll keep requesting and motivating everyone, young, old, everyone. Yogi Adityanath has made beautiful arrangements in Priyag Kumbh in Uttar Pradesh. Do come to Kumbh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You carry on with your questions.
Hey, I have heard in recent times that Kumbh is equal to sadhus meeting. Nothing doing for the common people, isn't so?
No, no, no. It is not. It is not. See, the purpose of the Kumbh is two-pronged, right? One, it was like a grand conference of sadhus, right? So some sadhus are doing tapasya in Himalaya, some doing in Assam, some doing in Tamil Nadu, some doing in Maharashtra, or in different regions of Bharatvarsh, right? They coming together first to Naimisharanya, where Vedas are written, right? Which is very near to Prayag. And they do all the Shastrarth. And all the nectar that comes out of the Shastrarth and debate should be disseminated among everyone, right? So it's like a grand conclave of knowledge sharing. You are discovering AI, I am discovering some other science, I am discovering Ayurveda, you are discovering body science, I am discovering some techniques of meditation, I am discovering some techniques of yoga, I am discovering some techniques of Vimana Shastra, whatnot, right? Indian rishis were nothing but scientists, Kiran, right? They gave you maths, they gave you biology, they gave you surgery, they gave you Patanjali Sutras. So they all used to come together to share, first of all, among themselves and among sansarics also. Because the wealth of knowledge is not only for sadhus, it's also for sansarics to use them. So sadhus also came, and to listen to them, sansarics also came. And among the sansarics, there are two kind of sansarics. One who came to visit the Kumbh for a couple of days. There are some people which are Kalpavasis, right? So Kumbh is normally typical of 40 for 45 days. The Kalpavasis live there for 45 days with the very strict vows and disciplines and principles, like principles of celibacy, getting the 21 very strict vows: getting up in the morning, taking 3 dips at a time, reading Puranic stories, Gita throughout the day, helping sadhus, going listening to the pravachan of sadhus, eating certain kind of food, lying down on the floor. So they're very strict 21 vows, and it seems, Kiran, and this is very important, doing this 40-45 days of kalpvas is equal to doing 100 years of no food fasting. That's how important the kalpvas tapasya for sansarics in Kumbh. So sansarics and grast always came to Kumbh, and this time also every sansarik also, sadhus are anyway coming in large numbers, and last time 25 crore people came in Kumbh. This time it's Maha Kumbh, and 40 to 50 crore people are expected. Can you imagine? Almost one third of India's population will travel to Prayag. Prayag's population
Yeah.
is hardly 60-70 lakhs. Can you imagine? A city or a district which has population of 60-70 lakhs will receive 50 crore people. That kind of arrangement Yogi Adityanath has made. So with folded hands, as a representative of Uttar Pradesh, As an undeclared representative of Uttar Pradesh, I invite everyone who's listening to the podcast to Prayagraj, and it's very easy, very smooth to come there. I'll tell you the logistics towards the end.
Actually, since when the Kumbh Mela is happening? Because today we are witnessing Kumbh as an international festival. Like everyone across the world knows about Kumbh. Since when the Kumbh has been happening in India?
The tracing Kumbh is a very interesting topic. And when I started tracing it, there is a mention of Kumbh and the bathing ritual in the Rig Veda. Can you imagine that? And the Versa 10.89.7 has a mention of the bathing ritual in during the Kumbh, right? And then what is the effect of how kind of it can take away all the negative influences, how it rejuvenate the mind and soul. It's mentioned in Rig Veda. And then in almost 500 to 600 AD, there is a mention that how the king Harshvardhan popularized Kumbh in the whole country, and he used to give lot of danam to sadhus, to a lot of sansarics during the Kumbh, because someone has to set up, right? Today, modern government, you have someone like Yogi Adityanath, Narendra Modi putting up the huge welcoming Kumbh, right? It was Harshvardhan. So you can say Yogi Adityanath is today's King Harshvardhan, right? And then a lot of famous travelers, the foreign travelers have mentioned that how important Kumbh is. Famous Chinese traveler Huan Suang, he mentioned that how he mentioned about the King Harsh also, and how a lot of peoples and a lot of scholars are coming. That's very important. And Adi Shankaracharya gave a kind of a academic or an intellectual tilt to the Kumbh. And he, when I said, right, that Kumbh is a amalgamation of a lot of knowledgeable thoughts, right? Everyone is researching in the other area. Every rishi is researching their own area, own realm, own thematic area, own geographical area. During the Kumbh time, with big Prayag, big Haridwar, big Ujjain, Nasik, they all come together for a grand knowledge sharing, right? So that was kind of propagated by our very famous 8th century philosopher Adi Shankaracharya, right? And if you read Valmiki Ramayana, Vishwamitra ji is explaining the Samudra Manthan story to Ram and Lakshman. Tulsidas also mentioned that Prayag is the king of pilgrimages, right? And to your surprise, even Aine Akbari, even Tabakate Akbari has also mentioned the Kumbh Mela, right? So it's that important, that fundamental in Indian ethos, that it's happening from ever, right? And I think one thing which I missed, right, or maybe I think you were about to ask also. Remember, I told you in the starting that it happened on particular dates, right?
Yeah.
On particular years based on some star positions, and everyone across India knows it. Today there are paper ads and all, but hundreds and hundreds of years ago, right? Now Western people, we use Western calendar, right? Recently we have the English New Year, but in our life there hardly, apart from the calendar dates, we don't use English New Year. Our marriages, our pujas,
Festivals.
our festivals all happen on Bharatiya Panchanga, right? Our New Year comes in April, which is really a change of season, right? In New Year, nothing changes, nothing new about New Year. It happens on a very cold day in north of India and most part of the world. So Kumbh happens based on the revolutions of Jupiter, Brahaspati, right? And it has the 6-year versions, that whatever rotation is taken 6 years, it has 12-year versions, right? So earlier the 6 years one used to call Ardha Kumbh and the 12-year ones used to call Purna Kumbh, but now the nomenclature has changed. The 6 years one is called Kumbh and the 12-year one is called a Maha Kumbh, right? And when Jupiter enters Aries constellation and the sun and the moon are in Capricorn constellation, the Kumbh festival happened in Prayag, right? It's that specific. And when Jupiter enters Leo constellation, the Kumbh festival happened in Ujjain and Nasik. And Leo is Sinha, right? That's why the Ujjain and Nasik Kumbhs are called Sinhastha. You must have seen Sinhastha Kumbh. They are called Sinhastha Kumbh because there the star position are matching with Leo, right? So that's why I'm saying it's so technical based on the star positions, and we knew it from time immemorial. That's very fundamental about Kumbh, right? So that way, Kumbh is a beautiful mixture of India's science and India's spirituality. Yeah, that I wanted to emphasize.
Okay, so as you said, today we have a government which is favoring Mahakumbh, which supports the Kumbh Mela. But there were also times like the Islamic invasion happened. There were some tyrant rulers in India. During those times, how did we survive? Like, how did Kumbh happen?
So it's very right. So you see, something of this size and grandeur, nobody will like, right? How can a invader like that? Whoa, why they are enjoying such a large festival? And why invaders? In 2013, when Akhilesh Yadav was the chief minister, there was a Kumbh, and to your utter surprise, utter surprise, to the surprise of your audience, you know who was the coordinator and prabhari for the Kumbh? Azam
Who?
Khan. Azam Khan. Can you imagine that? In his ministers, he must be having 200 odd MLAs. He must be having 50, 60 ministers, right? He only found a Muslim guy to tease Hindus to make him the coordinator for something which is so auspicious, which is so ancient, which is so revered for Sanatanis. He made just to tease Hindus. Akhilesh Yadav, just to tease Hindus, made Azam Khan as the Prabhari for the 2013 Kumbh. So it was not only Muslim invaders and the Christian invaders, it was people like Akhilesh Yadav who also wanted to put Kumbh in such a light, right? And you know, when some university in US invited him, I think Azam Khan and Akhilesh Yadav went to some university with all shusha, and Azam Khan got frizzed on the airport, right, because of his name, because the how people from Islamic faith have done to US. They have their own security protocol, and just because of the frisking, they cancelled the event. They did not talk about Kumbh. Only some officer talked about Kumbh. That's how their respect for the Kumbh is. Right now, going to the British officials. You know what British officials did? They saw so many people. British was all about collecting. They increased the tax. They increased the tax for the shopkeepers. They increased the tax for the people who came. And within a few years, the Kumbh, the number of devotees from the Kumbh drastically reduced. And then the Prayagraj, all the priests of Prayag used to call Prayagraj. Prayagraj revolted big time, and then the taxes were brought down, and then the devotees, the number of devotees increased again. That's one. Lot of Christian missionaries started coming and distributed Bible. They said, "Oh, itna sara crowd, there's so much crowd." They saw it like a good population. Okay, let me convert a lot of these people. They started distributing Bible. Our people, Prayagraj also destroyed the church there.
No,
So there was a
no, were
constant
they
battle.
successful?
No, they were not successful. At least in the Kumbh places, they were not successful. They were successful in some other parts, and Tamil Nadu in point in case, right? But in Prayag, but they were a constant effort to do that. And during Mughal times, you know, the Prayagraj, the name one changed to Allahabad. So Prayagraj, which was so sacred to Hindu, became the place of Allah and became the Allahabad. And it was only in 2019 Kumbh, when during one of the pre-Kumbh sessions and meetings and a speech, Yogi Adityanath announced loud and clear that from today onwards, Prayagraj will go back to his original name, and Allahabad, there's no more thing called Allahabad. There's some remnants of Allahabad. I think Allahabad High Court, Allahabad University, but they will also go soon. So now it's Prayagraj, the city is Prayagraj, the district is Prayagraj, the authority is Prayagraj. So we are also gaining our original authority, original name, original divinity of Prayagraj back. Yeah.
So 2019 Kumbh happened, and now Maha Kumbh is going to happen under Yogi
Yeah.
Adityanath's rule. So how is
Hmm.
it different from other Kumbh Melas like earlier?
See, first of all, I got the opportunity to be in the 2019 Kumbh for almost 2-3 weeks. In fact, I got the opportunity to take my mother there, to make my son there. My daughter was very tiny, so my daughter and my wife was not able to reach. It was the most surreal and divine experience for me. Right, I stayed with the Parmarth Niketan camp, and it was a equal retreat for devotees, for the ardent devotees, and for the religious tourist also. I call people like us as religious tourists, right? That, oh, we need our trains and flights and buses and camps and hotels and food and arrangements, right? Versus the devotees who just started walking. They don't look for arrangement. They'll say, okay, dekha jayega. We will see whatever happens, right? So, and the number touched 25 crores. On Shahi Snans, there are 3 Shahi Snans and 3 other important bathing dates, almost 6 important bathing dates. On Mauni Amavasya, which is one of the very, very important Shahi Snans, last time almost 4 to 5 crores people came. UP government issued a picture from the drone and it was mesmerizing, right? That how so many people, and it was beautifully managed. There were almost 1.5 lakh tents, there were thousands and thousands of toilets, there were almost 10,000 plus safai karmis. If you throw a small pan parak packet or a chips packet, someone will come and pick it up and put it, right? There were changing rooms, there were toilets here, there were toilets there, all the boats were painted, all the rivers has a very smart barricading, the polymer barricading, right? And fortunately a lot of migratory birds also come that time, so to make it even more look beautiful, right? And the river was so clean. You are walking by, you will see a sound and light show on a wall. There are multiple pandals where a lot of cultural events are happening, events from north, even from east, even from south, even from west are happening on different days. Every rishi pandal, there were almost 5,000 pandals, right? When I say pandal, it's an acres or acres of land, right? There are housing there are electricity, water, heating, everyone. So in one pandal of one, let's say, Juna Akhada or a Paramarth Niketan or Vishindu Parishad or Nirmohi Akhada or Udasin Akhada, right? 5,000 such camps. So Yogi Adityanath took the Kumbh to a different level. And during the same time, Pravasi Bharatiya Divas also happened. In fact, this time also Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is happening on 8th, 9th, 10th in Bhubaneswar. In fact, yeah, starting tomorrow. So all the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas people who, it was in Kashi, they all came to Prayagraj. And then they came back to Delhi. Almost 100 plus ambassadors came to Kumbh last time, right? Ambassadors of different countries, right? Prime Minister Narendra Modi came, all the famous celebrities came, industrialists came. So from Mukesh Ambani to Kalpvasis, right? From everyone came, and that's why the magnanimity of the Kumbh was superb. In fact, UP government must have spent around 4,000 crore rupees, right? A lot of people, oh my God, why UP government is spending so much money on a religious cause? And after the Kumbh, Confederation of Indian Industries, CII calculated that it generated 1 lakh crore rupees of revenue for UP government. Because
UP
a
government
lot of
alone,
UP government alone, right?
not the shopkeepers' revenue, not
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
it's a huge economy. It developed a huge economy. See, and it was a calculation when even a lower middle class person starts from the house, reaches the house, they spend almost 2 to 3,000 rupees, right? Like they will travel in a bus, they will eat something, they will buy some water, they will do some, they will live somewhere. The cheapest of the place maybe 100, 200 rupees. So it's a huge economy. And about the Safai Karmis, there's one last point, Safai Karmis. I'm sure we all have not forgotten that picture when Prime Minister Narendra Modi came and to honor the Safai Karmis, you know what he did? He washed the feet of
Feet of the Safai
the
Karmis.
Safai Karmis, right? And showered petals on the Safai Karmis. Yeah. So that
Actually,
was
I
how
want
the
to know what
2019
really
Kumbh went.
happens during the Kumbh. Like, what will happen?
Hmm.
A broad idea.
Right. See, Kumbh has already started almost technically 2 weeks back. This sounds a little strange. Though formally start on 13th of January, but all the akhadas have already set up their tents because you can't set up such a huge tent in a day, right? So they are setting up their tents from October, right? And in January first week, Kiran, they do their Peshwai. You know what is a Peshwai? It's an Urdu term. I think must have changed names. Peshwai when a akhada does a procession, formal procession in elephants, in horses, and they do their dances, they do their shastra puja, and they will all their disciples, hundreds and hundreds and thousands, they pass through the streets of Prayagraj, the city of Prayagraj, and they finally land and do a puja in their camp, right? It's like kind of a graha pravesh, if you can call, right? Graha pravesh to their camp where they're going to live for next 40-45 days, right? So that Peshwa is happening still now, right? Till from, so one Peshwai happened on 4th, 5th, 6th, different akhadas are there. A lot of akhadas. I'll talk about what kind of akhadas are there. So that's one part of it. So they do Peshwai, and then on 6 important days, right? On 6 important days, and I want to read those important dates for you. There are 6 important snans, right? On 13th of January is Pausha Purnima. On 14th of January is Makar Sankranti. On 29th is Mauni Amavasya, which is considered the holiest of the holiest, right? And that's where almost 4 to 5 crore people gathered in the 2019 Prayag Kumbh. And on 3rd of February is Basant Panchami Snan. On 12th of February is Maghi Purnima Snan. And on 26th February is the Mahashivratri Snan, and which Mahashivratri Snan, the Kumbh ends, right? So the Snan. So all the akhadas will take the Snan, and then it's open for the normal public, and till evening a lot of public will take the Snan at the Sangam. And then, as I told you, a lot of Kalpvasis will do the Kalpvas. All the pravachanas will keep happening in different akhadas. There is no dearth of food. You can keep walking by and someone will serve you food, right? There's so much food available during the Prayag Kumbh. People do a lot of shopping. There are a lot of religious places within Prayag. Lete Hanuman, a sleeping Hanuman, is a very famous temple, right? Other temples people keep visiting. There are a lot of walks organized by a lot of groups. They do a Naga Sadhu walk, they do a Akhada walk, they do a temple walk. All are available in UP government's Kumbh website, right? So it's tradition, modernity, and a lot of cultural events. Every day you can find competing cultural events. Like Divya Jyoti Jagran Sansthan will be doing some cultural events, Parmarth Niketan, Juna Khada, different akhadas are doing different cultural events, pravachans, and all the cultural events are around culture of India, ethnicity of India, Puranic values of India, Aitihasik values of India. So that's why I'm luring all of you. If you are missing Kumbh, you are missing something very, very big. So don't miss. And this will only come after 12 years, right?
Yeah.
So you will be very old. A lot of you will be very old by then. So make sure you travel to this Prayag Kumbh, and between me and Kiran, we will provide all the details, information, how to reach there. It's very easy. Gone are the days when say, oh, my Kumbh Mela is so dangerous. In Hindi movies, there was a very standard dialogue, Kiran. Might be in Tamil movies also. Okay, these two brothers got separated in the Kumbh. Or father lost the son in the Kumbh. Those gone were the days. Now it's Yogi Adithyanath, Uttar Pradesh. It's superly managed. The crowd is managed. It's a 12 kilometers ghat, and it's not that all the 3 crore people come to one single ghat. All the 3 crore people on whichever day they're spread along 10 to 12 kilometers. They are monitoring. There are control rooms. There are sophisticated technologies being used for crowd management. There are multiple pandals for cultural events. There are walks available. There are amazing sattvic food available. So it's a power pack thing, right? So you can't miss it. If you're a Sanatani, you can't miss it.
I want to know how the Kumbh happened in 2013 under Akhilesh, because you said that Azam Khan was the Prabhari, okay?
Right.
But apart from that, the overall organization of organizing the event, how did it go?
See, Kiran, what happens, right? So Kumbh is happening when there was no Akhilesh Yadav, when there was no Narendra Modi, there was no Yogi Adityanath, right? So when a Juna Akhada sets up their tent, when a Parmarth Niketan sets up the tent, it's not from government money. Government just allocate them some set of land, right? Government provides some electricity and water connection to them, right? They put their own money. So it was grand in the sense because all these people put their tent, right? But unfortunately, there was a stampede. There was hardly any management. It was not open for devotees, modern kind of devotees, right? The Prayag airport was hardly functioning there. The trains were minimal trains. There were hardly any transport. There was no proper parking, right? So all the management which may go wrong was going wrong, right? We see there was no heart to it. It was okay. We have to do something. We have to do something. Like it's one of the checklist item, right? See, you can see if you make Azam Khan the Prabhari of the Kumbh versus when Yogi Adityanath, a Mathadish, a UP Chief Minister and a Mathadish of Nath Parampara, which starts from Adinath Shiva, and Yogi Adityanath is the today's chief baron of that parampara. When he manages the Kumbh and Azam Khan manages the Kumbh, right, or teases the Kumbh, it has to be a very, very different Kumbh, right? One more thing. So the Kumbh Mela officer, he's a Karnataka based officer, right? He's not Karnataka based. He's the officer from Karnataka. He's a UP cadre officer, Vijay Kiran Anand, right? Amazing talent. He's the one who managed. He was the Kumbh Mela Adhikari in 2019, and Yogi Adityanath brought him from education department for 2 years, 1.5, 2 years for the Kumbh Mela. And his team and earlier Commissioner Ashish Goyalji, they started a beautiful thing, right? They started something called Paint My City, and they painted thousands and thousands of square feet wall of Kumbh of Prayagraj, right? So you'll find amazing murals of Puranic history, Ramayana murals, Puranic murals, Vishnu Katha murals, Shiv Puran murals in throughout Prayagraj. There are cycle rides, cycle routes, selfie routes. So there are all the modern elements, but with beautiful ethnic values therein. That's why I'm saying, do come to Kumbh.
If someone wants to come to the Kumbh Mela, what should he do? Like basic things.
See, first of all, they should go to the website kumbh.gov.in, kumbh.gov.in, right? It's a UP government official website, right? In there, and I'll recommend, because the website is has a superb, is getting superb traffic, right? So try to open it on a laptop. It becomes easy. Or you can download the Kumbh app also, though it works beautiful on mobile also. But if you at some moments are facing a problem, go to the laptop, and there is a beautiful chatbot also on the right corner. It's a fantastic chatbot made by some amazing teams from IITs, IIMs, who are experts in artificial intelligence. Salute to the Samagra team who's doing it. And the chatbot can give you the answer to your specific queries in your language. It's in 9 languages. It's in, I think, 13 languages, including Tamil. That you can type your questions in Tamil. You can speak your questions in Tamil, and it will reply in Tamil. Right? Can you imagine? Uttar Pradesh's Yogi Adityanath government ensure that sitting in Tamil Nadu, you can speak in Tamil and ask a question on the chatbot of Kumbh, and it will give you answers. I think the basic thing there is the travel and stay, right? So let me just tell you the geography. Where is Prayag, right? So you can take a flight to Delhi, which is easy. But Delhi has a flight from every place, and then take train to Prayag. Train to Prayag from Delhi is 7 to 8 hours, or you can take a road journey, which is also 8 to 9 hours or 10 hours maximum, right? That's one way to reach. Fortunately, Narendra Modi and Yogi ji has developed the Prayagraj airport. There's a new terminal. So there are a lot of flights from a Tamil Nadu or a Bangalore or a Hyderabad or a Delhi or a Mumbai, a lot of Calcutta. There, from a lot of big cities, there are direct flights to Prayag. So that's also wonderful. If you're not getting direct flights to Prayag, because a lot of people are trying to come, try to come to Lucknow, travel to Prayag 4 kilometers. Try to come to Kashi, 2-3 hours to Prayag. Try to land in Ayodhya, 2-3 hours to Prayag. Try to land in Delhi, 8-9 hours to Prayag, right? So there are various ways. And from Prayag, from Delhi to Prayag, there are multiple trains also. There's a Vande Bharat also. But try to do booking in advance. And if you are making the plan now after listening to this podcast, try to make plan in February, because now January is very close, right? Try to make plan maybe after 4th or 5th February, right? After 4th Moni Amanasya, the Kumbh becomes little less crowded. Not only little, right? So maybe couple of crores will become little less crores, right? So, and you'll find multiple stay places, authorized stay places. There are tents, there are homestays, there are hotels in the city, right? And if you're not getting anything, contact me. Right? I'm not an official person in Kumbh. Contact me. I'll try to help you and give you the link, or anyone who you know in Uttar Pradesh, your friends in Uttar Pradesh. I'm saying everybody will help you, and or you can bug Kiran, and Kiran will bug me, and I'll bug some of my friends and officers. I and a lot of my friends know most of the information. If we don't know anything, we'll guide you to the proper place. So we do join the Kumbh in large groups. Right? There are 2-3 not warnings but cautions, precautions.
Yeah.
It'll be very cold, right? Why? First of all, January is a very cold month, right? And because you're next to the river, right? So there is like extra 2-3 degree dip. So just be like, we call it 3-layer formula. Inner and a sweater and a jacket and a cap, right? And inner, bottom inner also, and socks. So that's one. In everywhere the hot water is available, heaters available in hotels and tents. That's one. Try to avoid the Shahi Snan and important Snan dates for travel. You can be in Kumbh that day, but don't travel that day, right? Don't land in Prayag on a morning Amasya day, because nothing wrong will happen. Only thing, maybe the traffic will be stopped at some point. You have to walk a little more, right? And if you have like some old people traveling with you who can travel much, right? Try to arrange for a wheelchair in advance. There are ways. Even Kumbh Mela Authority will arrange a wheelchair in advance, and they will have limited movement. But even then, let's say Arel Ghat area. There's an area called Arel Ghat area. Lot of tents are there. From there, the access to the river is very easy, right? So if a lot of young people are coming, if they love to walk, right, it's easy. If they don't want to walk, then try to avoid the Shahi Snan dates, which are already listed for the travel date. You can be in Kumbh for the Shahi Snan date, but try to travel 1 or 2 day advance of the one of the Shahi Snan dates, so just to make it a little more convenient for yourself.
when the Kashi Tamil Sangamam happened, I heard from people who went to Kashi about the arrangements made by Yogi Ji. Like he appointed a Tamil IAS officer and his hospitality. Yeah, they are remembering still now. So I think, I hope Yogi Ji will be more prepared, will be more concerned, and he'll be like full-fledged into the Maha Kumbh.
Yeah, Yogi Adityanath in 2019, I remember, and this time he's treating his own personal event, right? Because see, he's a sadhu end of the day, right? And he took sannyas when he was 22. He must be going to Kumbh since then. For him, it's like his event. And now he's a state. He's the chief minister. He's one of the icons of Hindu pride, Sanatani pride. So all of that is put into the Kumbh, right? So he has chosen his best officers, best of the organizations, made sure that it delivers best to the sadhus, best to the ardent devotees, and also best to the religious tourists, like a lot of people like us. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Shantanu Ji. It was a pleasure having you
My
on
pleasure.
show.
My pleasure.
So we had a detailed discussion about the Maha Kumbh. I really think many people would be willing to attend the Maha Kumbh after listening to this podcast. Thank you so much for it.
And you have to come, Kiran. First of all, you have to come with your Pesu team, right? And again, I'll request Kiran that you provide the link to the masterclass with Yogi Adityanath on Kumbh. Many of who you are, after all the effort, may not be able to come to Kumbh. This is a way to teach your kids, teach your family, teach your neighborhood what is Kumbh exactly. It is one of the pillars of Hindu Sanatani parampara. It's the amalgamation of knowledge of Hindu Sanatani parampara. So at least try to know about the Kumbh if you're not able to come to the Kumbh. Okay. Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna, Har Har Mahadev.
Jai Shri Ram.
இறைவன் ஒளி வடிவானவன் அப்படின்றத நான் அடிக்கடி சொல்லியிருக்கேன். அந்த தத்துவத்தை நிறைவேற்றக்கூடிய அமைப்பு தான் இது.
அதாவது நீங்க ஒரு வித்தியாசமான ஒரு மகாலட்சுமி வரைக்கும் பார்த்ததே இந்த மாதிரி.
நம்ம முன்னோர்கள் தான் குலதெய்வமாக வணங்குகின்றோம் அப்படின்றதினுடைய வெளிப்பாடு.
இந்த மாதிரி ஆன்மீகம் மற்றும் ஜோதிடம் சார்ந்த இன்னும் பல வீடியோக்கள் பார்க்கணுமா? மறக்காம திருவருள் டிவிக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. திருவருள் டிவியுடைய சேனல் லிங்க் இந்த வீடியோடைய டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல இருக்கு.